rather long tour of my DVD collection. Now we're on to part 6, my bottom shelf. Alright, here, the side-in. A lot of people thought this movie sucked. I don't know, I kind of like the effects. I find cruise ships kind of interesting. One of these classics collections. I'm not even sure how that one ended up in my collection. The original Matrix, one of the first DVDs I bought, and kind of the DVD that really launched, well, the DVD thing. The Pledge, Fear.com. Not very creative. House on Haunted Hill. I like that movie. Presumed Innocent. Watchable. Old. Art of War. Didn't like that one. Still have it. Probably getting rid of it. Beautiful Mind. This is a great movie. It's one of those that you have to watch twice because of the twist in it, if you don't know the actual story. Matrix Revolutions. Original release Star Trek 4. Minority Report. That one, I actually had hopes for that one, but that one was a little bit of a letdown. Green Dragon, Prestige, remake of Planet of the Apes, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, another Will Smith movie, Ali, Empty Case, Bulworth, one of the early DVDs I bought. The original release or version of Star Trek 2, Jurassic Park 3, not as good as the first one. The Gift, Star Trek 6. It's actually a really odd aspect ratio on this. It's the only one that I've seen that's kind of not quite centered. I don't know if anyone's watched this on a 4x3 TV, you'll know what I'm talking about. Wild Things, I've seen that movie quite a few times. Vampires, not bad. Sicko. If you want to see how screwed up the American healthcare system is, watch this. Like with most of Michael Moore's movies, it is a little bit skewed, but it does paint a fairly accurate picture of why they want change down there. And I don't want to get into that argument, so yeah, I don't even bother commenting about it. The Haunted Man on Fire, great Denzel Washington movie. Solaris, this movie was just god-awful. Forgot I still had it. Sleepy Hollow, one of Johnny Depp's best movies. Mission to Mars, meh. Casino Royale, I have that on Blu-ray, so that'll be going. Executive Decision, great mid-90s action movie. You've Got Mail, more Tom Hanks. Thomas Crown Affair, History of Violence. This was one of the only music DVDs I own that was filtered when they came out with Title of Record 10 years ago. But just here, because it's in the corner, it's hard to take these out, so it's a failure to launch. Girl movie, The Grudge. I think I have 2 copies of that, actually. This was a Marilyn Manson movie that ended up in my collection. Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Miami Vice. That was, yeah, that's probably going to go. Bad Company. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Normally I'm not that big on remakes, but I actually really like this one. Changing Lanes, this is probably my favorite Ben Affleck movie. Although only half of his movies are actually watchable, he has a horrible propensity for involving himself in just garbage. Anyone remember Geely? Yeah, you won't see that in here. Chronicles of Riddick, that was a letdown. Simpsons movie. This I actually debating put this with my Simpsons collection. Actually, that I want to get on Blu-ray. Assault on Precinct 13. I don't think I actually finished that one. Road to Perdition, more Tom Hanks. Apt Pupil, Stephen King movie. Meh. This is the first Saw movie. Probably one of the greatest kind of psychological thriller horror movies ever made. Scream 3, the only one I own and probably the worst of the collection. Red Planet, This came out around at the time that everyone was obsessed with making Mars movies. Training Day, great movie, had that on Blu-ray, so I'll be getting rid of that. Dark City, great little movie, and stars Kiefer Sutherland, pre-Jack Bauer. Domino, I don't understand the obsession with Keira Knightley. K-Pax, actually I forgot I still had that one too. I thought it was going to be cool and I bought it, but it wasn't. Hellboy, Final Fantasy, first season of Grey's Anatomy. I actually didn't mind this show when it first came out, although now I think it's probably the most annoying thing on television. Crimson Tide, Saw 2, Matrix Reloaded, Brokedown Palace, Claire Danes, Hostel, another great and twisted Quentin Tarantino horror movie. Hannibal, Mexican, got that as a gift. I've never actually watched it, although it's been sitting here for must be about 10 years. This is another one of Carol's movies, The Women. Can't say I've watched this one, although probably has something to do with women. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Doom. This one I actually think I've ended up with 2 copies of. I don't even like it. 13th Floor. Hotel Rwanda. This is a great historical movie, and actually this is one that I'd recommend almost anyone watch. I'm not going to go into that one in any detail. That's a video on its own. Dracula 2000. No. General's Daughter. Great kind of military action movie. Sort of like reminiscent of Jag, actually. Fight Club. No one talks about Fight Club. Great movie. 8 Mile. Thought this was going to suck, but this actually ended up being a really good movie. More Pierce Brosnan, James Bond, and I'm not going to get into the whether it was good or not argument. The Job. I don't even know where this came from. Like I said, I have a lot of movies that have just kind of appeared over the years. Cry Wolf. This is also in that category. Cold Creek Manor. Decent little psychological thriller thing. Mulholland Drive. David Lynch, so it is confusing, but that's probably what you expect when you watch David Lynch. Domestic Disturbance. Yeah. The original version of the X-Files movies, or the X-Files movie, I have a new version. That's not even anamorphic. That's how old it is. Hoosiers. Upside of Anger, another one of Carol's movies. Deception, Upside Down. P.S. I Love You, Carol's movies. Finding Neverland, another one of Carol's movies. The original Star Trek Insurrection, and Jeepers Creepers, which is actually another really good horror movie. So that's my DVD collection. There are others hanging around, so at some point I might do this again. But I think 6 parts for now is enough, so thanks to everyone who's actually stuck through the whole thing. And I shall see you all again real soon. Goodbye.